If you were a kid growing up in Canada, chances are you were raised by YTV, a channel targeted towards children and young teens. It had shows like Babar, Sticking Around, PJ Katie's Farm, and Rocco's Modern Life. YTV was the undisputed king of cable when it came to animation. That is, until a network named Teletoon decided to go for the top spot. The station was prepped and set to launch on October 17, 1997. Prior to launching, they ran a promo promising 24 hours of programming every single day, which was unheard of at the time. This was back in the day where networks figured everyone was asleep at night. So from midnight till about 6 a.m., you'd see and hear this. Teletoon featured 4 different blocks of programming for 4 different age groups. A preschool block with shows like The Triplets and Caillou, a kids block with shows like Donkey Kong Country and Ned's Newt, a family block with shows like The Jetsons and The Simpsons, and an adult block with shows like Captain Star and Duckman.
Breasts.
Mr. Duckman, we haven't
Breasts.
Dog.
Breasts.
White.
Breasts.
Peanut butter.
Breasts.
Then as we get closer to that 11 p.m. to midnight time frame, things start to get wild. Programs like Spicy City, Ninja Scroll, and other shows with nudity and swearing are now fair game, which leads us to the main focus of this video, Lolita Lolita. Let me break down how everyone who knows this show experienced it for the first time. It was probably a Friday or Saturday night, definitely not a school night. You're up a bit past your bedtime and you just finished an episode of Duckman or something like that. The TV goes to commercials and you eagerly await the next cartoon, when all of a sudden... that tune, that whistling, a theme song kids would soon look forward to hearing every night. The show starts and you see a young lady doing something completely random, like watching a tennis match. Then unexpectedly, bam! She pulls out her tits.
Boobs! Oh my God, boobs!
It's at this moment you realize you are not watching a normal cartoon, because there was no heads up, no warning that this masterpiece of a show contains nudity. One of 2 things happen. A, you fumble around trying to turn off the TV before your mom or older siblings walk in and catch you. Or B, you go get the lotion. Now every night a bunch of badass children are trying to stay up late just to catch this glorious show. That feeling of being a kid, being intrigued by shows or movies simply because we know we're not supposed to be watching it. Lolita Lolita, the animated series by Project Images. I never really understood this title, Lolita Lolita. What, does she have the same first and last name, or was there supposed to be a hyphen like Mary Kate or Anne Marie? Anyway, who really cares? The show was released on October 17th, 1991. All of the episodes are extremely short, so you have about 2 minutes to get your rocks off, or you're probably gonna need a cold shower. Either that or go to sleep pitching a tent. Sorry for the visual. This series revolves around this bimbo whose name is presumably Lolita Lolita. She's a regular girl placed in regular day-to-day scenarios like sleeping, putting up a Christmas tree, and exercising. At some point in every episode, you're almost guaranteed to see her show her tits for some asinine reason. You've seen one episode, you've seen them all, trust me. Girl is doing something completely random. When a random object lays eyes on her, she shows tits, and then the random object gets so horny that it malfunctions and dies. Could you imagine the sick perv who had to pitch this idea? Hey, so I've been thinking, a girl named Lolita Lolita does things and then shows tits. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Give him a raise. Somehow, the company managed to pump out 50 exhilarating episodes before being canceled. You know what? I'll give it to the writers. This requires some serious talent. To come up with 50 unique reasons for this girl to show tits, that's impressive. So after watching one episode as a kid, I was left feeling torn. I guess the show has potential. It was okay. It could get better. Who am I kidding? There's one reason and one reason only to watch this show. The tits! Let's not beat around the bush, no pun intended. No storyline, no continuity, little to no voice acting, just tits. I mean, I get it. This is long before broadband internet, the hub, or Xvids. This was 1997, when most households had shitty dial-up internet connections. So if you wanted to see some tits, you had to wait. And wait, and wait. And just pray your mother didn't pick up the phone. So tuning into Teletoon every night around 11 p.m. significantly raised the odds of you seeing some bazooms. Either that or logging on to AOL and hoping your Windows 95 didn't freeze on you. On Teletoon, you were pretty much guaranteed to see her melons come out. She's watching sports? Hey, show tits. She's taking a shower? Definitely gotta show tits. She's listening to the fucking radio. Show tits. Tits. If you're gonna objectify this poor girl to this level, why even give her a name? Nobody uses it. Nobody in 50 episodes says her name once. Might as well just name the show Boob Lady or Tit Woman so we know what we're getting ourselves into. With 50 amazing episodes, it's kind of hard to pick one favorite, so let me just give you guys a recap of a few noteworthy adventures. In episode 6, Santa is coming down the chimney when Lolita Lolita starts stripping because she wants to get cozy by the fire. She shakes her flat ass near the flame to keep her buns warm. Santa can't resist the urge, and he ends up with third-degree burns, all because he's a horny little f***. In episode 7, there's a tennis match going on, and Lolita Lolita decides that's a perfect place to tan. She slips out of her bra, revealing her milk bags, and the horny referee tries to peek, but falls to his death. Quick reminder, the same channel showing these is the same channel that will be showing Caillou, f***ing Caillou, 7 hours later. Tits and Caillou, how on earth could YTV compete with that, huh? In episode 10, the broad is taking a shower. This pervert wants to see her jug, so he breaks in to spy on her. She sings so loud that the vibrations shatter the perv's glasses? Now, I saved the best for last. In episode 24, a depressed homeless man intends to commit suicide. That is, until Lolita Lolita walks her pretty little self across a bridge and a gust of wind blows her skirt up. The homeless man sees the booty and gets a boner. He then decides, I seen some ass. I can now die a happy man. And he commits f***ing suicide. I mean, this poor girl. Nobody tries to get to know her or even ask how her day is going. It's just show tits. Tits and ass. There's tits and more ass. Tits. Some people like Dave over here love the show so much they'd write emails. Could you please show a 30 minutes special of my favorite gal, Lolita? Man, you gotta. Send the animators a note saying you want a 30-minute show, please. Dave, you sick f***. The Canadian network received a lot of complaints from parents all over, and Lolita Lolita was a common target. They were left no choice but to pull it from the lineup, making Teletoon the last network to ever air the show. On a scale from 1 to 10, I give the series a recommendation rating of 0. This might be the greatest show of all time. Something about it always keeps me coming back. Just one obvious word of caution. This show is definitely not for kids. But damn it, I'm an adult now. I move in the nighttime, shit, everything I do in the nighttime. Make 1 turn 2 in the nighttime. Zoom from that bright light, move by my right side. Crew in the spot and it's like 2 o'clock. Wrist never been in cuffs, evident.